Actually, I'm probably actually. You wanna know what? I'm probably gonna stay up late because I don't remember what I have to do tomorrow, but I really don't care.
I mean, I'm trying to stick to a strict uh, exercise of at least 1 hour of anatomy a day.
All right.
I'm gonna do so like 10, 20. I'm sure. Right, this monitor is amazing. Also, getting actual human sketch references adds a lot. The Monster Hunter armor and ecology is going to go so far for the greats. The best artists steal, the best work inspires. There's one other thing I've considered here.
Bro, have you been hearing about that fucking Iron Mouse drama that been happening?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know like the extent of it.
Yeah, basically, Iron Mouse, she's a VTuber streamer, is talking about how like some guys, uh, um, some guys, I think one of them was Kai Cenat, like. So basically, I think the whole thing, the whole situation was someone was on a call with Iron Mouse and Kai Cenat, I believe, and some other dude just showed up and started like, "Man, you're a legend," and she described them like fucking troglodytes poking at her with a stick.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, hmm.
Especially the Snat fella. Actual ape.
Yeah, no, people are definitely looking at it like, "Hey, why are you talking like that?" It's not even like they like, because originally when I first heard about this, I thought like they like met each other in like real life or something. No, she's talking about how like it was threatening.
You can imagine like Kai Cenat was like, you're such a cool lady. Yeah, I live watching your streams.
You have no idea what I went through in that moment.
Are you playing Sims tonight? I like to imagine that Kai Cenat is just like fucking mentally ill and for some reason British. You want to play Elden Ring with me?
In the interaction, she said, "Ask me any question." They ask her a question, and then, all right, this is interesting. This is an interesting situation.
Me and my friend wanted to know if you like video games. Asking me these creepy questions. Things I never heard a man ask me before.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first heard this, I thought Kai Cenat like fucking waved a gun around or something. Like the way I'm surprised she didn't call him like a derelict thug.
And
I don't
then
know,
all of a sudden
man.
these
It is pretty
hoodlums
interesting.
approached me.
They could have been from a gang.
One of them looked violent. There was something about him I didn't like. You want to see my helmet collection?
Bazinga.
Man, looking amazing. How come there's like a pen smoother here? I don't understand. My pen is getting smoothed out for some reason.
Man, I'm not. If anyone ever says like let's not talk politics, Like, I don't know, man. That's always like a red flag to me. It's like, what do you mean you don't want to talk about politics?
I
That's what
just
our
not a
society
fan of
runs
them.
on.
I believe that everything has its own rightful place. Even
I
like
mean, we've been
gay
having
people.
politics for a while, man. Like, think of that. Cavemen were probably beating the shit out of each other to prove who's like the leader. That's politics, dude.
Can you imagine like how the first governments changed once one of them figured out that they could wield a mammoth femur, holding that shit in their hand like they just found the god
I don't
engine.
think they could. I don't think they physically could, actually. Wait, hold on.
how, how
I'll have
much
you-
does an elephant femur
I'll have
weigh?
you said a mammoth.
Yeah, but like we could get an estimation.
Or we could just see how heavy a mammoth femur is. Oh, 50 pounds for large, near complete ones.
A solid
I
50
like how.
pounds. Right, you're seeing if a Neanderthal can lift a mammoth femur. Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
No,
unplug
probably
it.
could.
Okay, give me 1 second. I've been to my anatomy
You're actually
study.
not. I'm all set.
My
There's
lord.
no school happening. Go take care of your stuff now.
What do you mean? School's forever now.
I'm done.
What? Fine, I'll take care of it.
There you go.
Yep, I have. Yep. You in sec. The ridiculousness. I returned. Here we are.
In like 2 seconds, we'll let her in.
All right.
She actually might be home. She's pooped behind the bush. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah.
Okay. That was a terrible. Terrible.
finished. I had no idea the Diddy documentary would be episodes. Like it would be like episodes. I knew a documentary was coming out. I thought it'd be like a documentary. You know, like when you see a documentary, it's usually filmed as a documentary. This is episodes. 50 Cent produced a documentary about Diddy that he's apparently been working on for a decade. And it has episodes. I've never hated someone for episodes.
Say I never hated someone per episode.
For episodes. It's about the Diddy documentary.
I didn't know there was a Diddy-mentary.
Yeah, by 50 Cent.
Nope. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it came out recently.
Is it good?
I don't. Do you like documentaries?
Yeah, some documentaries aren't all that good though. Both know that.
Well, it's a documentary. But yeah, what was I gonna say? The whole thing with the documentary is it kind of confirmed that yeah, Diddy did kill Tupac and Biggie. Random Crib member. Yeah, Diddy got the Cribs to kill Tupac.
What am I doing? That at least goes all the way down to like here. I don't know like why I was thinking of literally anything else in those moments. Jesus Christ, alright. I don't even know why I'm trying to make the pectoris look any different than how it's supposed to look. The pectoris form does not look like that. It was always that point of the head too. The head anatomy I could figure out. It's time for the head anatomy. However, I think the pelvic form can easily just be half the size of this. Let's make two different two different forms right here.
So then he was gonna make a documentary. Thought he was gonna beat everything and then make a documentary, release that documentary on his side again. And of Diddy's footage for this documentary about Diddy. This is crazy because he took that documentary. Apparently, what happened was that Diddy did go to jail and then he couldn't pay the cameraman. I'll pay the cameraman. such a terrible person that even in the documentary he was making about his back, it made him look so bad that Disney didn't even edit any of it. Just literally camera, he knew what they needed the darkest, like most filthy from scandal we can. That was for his documentary. And then 50 took it and he was like, this was nice, but yeah. This is bad. You know, this was like, this is the whole after he gets off the phone with his lawyer and everything, and then he stands up and he's looking out the window, and out the he's like, gotta be like 26 floors something. He's like in like a high rise thing. Across the room, he's just looking out the window. Another really hard thing. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but that's the part. Usually in a stakeout they hide. The fact that the people of the east are outside of the window. Crazy. What is this footage? His footage. Just one. 50 Cent has been promoting this documentary. Hey, Diddy. You don't think you hate stuff. You think you hate things. Oh, I hate things. No, not as much as 50 hates it. Oh, I hate things. You haven't even met that much. He hates Diddy. Oh, I hate olives. You love olives compared to how much he hates Diddy. How much he hates Diddy. He hates him. First of all, he hates him episode. He hates episode after episode. He hates the number. He hates footage. Narrative stringing footage. Complete two-line footage. Never see footage. I think he's starting to already know it. And he's asking him, you know, just seems like they're having a conversation about like him specifically. And it was like, do you have any heroes you look up to? And from what I can tell, Pitch is basically like, I have people in my life that have accomplished things that I would like to accomplish, but I don't put anyone up on that level of calling my hero, you know, like deify a person like that. And then Ari asked him, what about like in your life, have you seen any like you don't want to be like you don't want to pattern your life after? And he was like did he? This dude has been making this documentary for a while, just quietly in the shadows, collecting, making it happen. Decades work going into documentary, and now it's like he gets showed off. This is fake, you know. And you know how new parents are. You know how new parents. This is the miracle of life happened through you. You made this person that you change your whole on the world. This person that you can't. Anyone think of how you've been laid out? How I've been. The miracle of life, my baby. Look, you want to see my baby? You want to see pictures of maybe 1,000 pictures of the baby. But no parent that I've ever met is promoting their child the way 50 is promoting this documentary. This man went on. Apparently, Mr. Roper. Apparently, he went on like the ABC station specifically to do the interview because ABC is one of the only stations they play in prison. this much. This is wild. He is put everything looking right at the camera, smiling right at Diddy. Say, dude, wow, he's smiling so hard. I've never seen him smile like this. This man's smiling. 50 Cent in every interview is smiling ear to ear. I didn't know he was. I know he was. I think they just came in. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Wow. So, like, I've never seen hate like this, and to do something that you don't like a product of your hate. Because most hate is free. You know, we talk about hate, and what's one of the famous quotes? Hate is drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. Apparently, hate is also making a documentary series detailing how much everyone else should hate this person. Documentary is that the pure link speaks that he's more evil now that we like a documentary, but he's more evil now than a bunch of other historical figures. There are people from World War II that did not get 4 episodes on them anywhere. That's crazy. During the trial, y'all saw this, but there were some people that were they were out there saying like free Diddy. They were out there, you know, with signs like picketing, like he might be innocent and maybe he was just another innocent black man being railroaded by the system. And apparently, all those people were being paid $20 an hour by Diddy.
No, Payne. What if it is just that? Entertaining that for just 1 second. Considering the unfathomable amount of power the man still has while behind bars.
I don't know.
And the fact that he was responsible for the assassination of other black rappers.
Oh man.
Other black rappers insinuates that he himself is one.
He is black, and he did do that.
Do what? What are you insinuating?
He did rap.
I mean, he rapped
He's black.
joints. But other than that,
No, he rapped.
he
You never listened
did.
to a
I
Diddy song
like
before?
made auto-tune for other rappers and shit.
Yeah, he was a producer, but he's also a rapper.
Oh.
He mostly started rapping after Biggie died. So he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta have a dude talking in these songs."
I'm not Biggie, but I can be E, I guess. I'll be the
So
E
every
in
once in a
Biggie.
while, I just remember that MGK was signed to Diddy.
Did he kill
I
all
just
his
all make
clients?
sense.
Goes full circle.
Also, not hiding the fact that he was and not only is he paying $20 an hour to stand outside and be like, "Oh, Diddy outside the crowd," but even while paying $20 an hour, he was only able to get like 14 people. Do you know how guilty you have to be offering up money and then if people just pass about the street like, I think I'm good. Do you know how many people could use $20? People literally, get on the train asking for change in New York all the time. And even they were like, you know what? Not every $20 is a good $20.
And every $20 is a smart $20.
Saying, because there's so much that we knew beforehand. There's so many things that we already knew. We were like, all right, this, we've all seen it. A lot of baby oil, way more baby oil than anybody needs, right? Which I will say this: watching the documentary now, knowing what we know, editing wise, they didn't need that many shots of baby oil. That does feel like 50 Cent was standing in the editing room, like, no, and put some baby oil right there. No, they mentioned baby oil, so go ahead and throw to the baby oil. No, but you watch it, and yeah, you already knew the things he was implicated. You already saw, oh, okay, there's this shooting way back when, there's this assault of this other rapper, there's all these like whisperings, and then you watch the documentary, and I don't know how he did it. I don't know how 50 Cent did this. This man managed to get things we've never seen before. You know how hard it is to have never seen footage of things from like 20, 25 years ago. Like a good example is in the documentary, they talk about how much Diddy may have had to do with the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie, right? Which is also insane that someone who can't rap at all may have deprived us of two of the greats. That's crazy. It's so disgusting. It would be like if Trump shot two of the presidents that were on Mount Rushmore. Like,
I don't like that. I don't like that. This can use a little bit of work.
and then years later, we're just sitting here like, not Lincoln. How you gonna put George Washington? No, it's wild, and so in the documentary, there's like footage, footage of moments leading up to the deaths of both Biggie and Tupac.
I actually
Describes how hard it is to come by things you didn't even know.
into that form.
The police investigated. It's not hard. The police investigated both the deaths of Biggie and Tupac, and somehow 50 Cent found footage. I've never in my life hated somebody enough to find footage. There's like this video, and this is also, you gotta go back to when this happened. This isn't when everybody had like a footage maker in their pocket. You know how we are accidentally being surveilled at all times. All of us. I know you think you're not because maybe you don't have your phone out and you're not posting where you are all the time. The phone knows. The phone is very aware of where you are. And the phone knows. The phone, one of your phone's favorite things to do is hit up a Fortune 500 company and be like, we over here. In case you want to study our patterns, figure out how to advertise to us, we're right here. We are completely and totally surveilled all the time. People don't realize that, like, even if your phone is off, you are just taking a walk. Maybe you're like, you know what? I want a break. I want a break from everything. I'm gonna take a quick break. I might even leave my phone at home. I'm just gonna go for a walk. That's great. Detach for a second. The thing in your pocket is too much of your life, and too much access to you comes through that thing. Like sometimes, just for the sake of your mental well-being, it's important to take a break from it, right? And you assume when you take that break that the phone can't even snitch. Meanwhile, you're taking a break, walking through your neighborhood, getting caught on every Ring camera. Everybody got a Ring camera. You getting caught from Ring camera to Ring camera to Ring camera to Ring camera to Ring camera. And even when they try to ping your phone, the phone like he not here. Like the phone loves snitching on you. The idea that like any crime goes unsolved is wild to me. The way we are surveilled now, like, how'd you not catch them? I know where they are right now. It's crazy. So you go back a little bit, go back to before it was so easy to keep track of everyone. Because even when people text you, they expect an answer from you. They have your number. They know it went to your phone. It said delivered on their end, right? And unless you fixed it on your phone snitched on you to them. It said red to them. It said red. It said he saw it. He just don't want to answer. It said it. It told you. It told you immediately, right? And so even when you text someone, we expect immediate answers. We expect that sort of immediacy from everyone. And if you're not getting it, then it must mean something, right? Let's go back to a simpler time. Go back to the 90s when, yeah, you could just move about the world. I'm surprised people in the 90s, like, I'm a 90s baby, but I was a baby. I was a child. I didn't have a chance to take the opportunities allowed. But how did everybody that was an adult in the 90s not serial kill? It seemed like it was right there. Anytime somebody older than me hates somebody else older than me, I'm like, you could have been dealt with that. That seemed like I
Scene.
problem. That's on you. But like, I'm just saying, it's crazy to look back. Even like CCTV footage from like 1990, it is indistinguishable from a game of Pong. Like it's so unclear what is happening in the day. I can't believe anyone ever went to jail off of the original CCTV footage. It's so hard to tell what is happening. I can't tell if that's somebody beat somebody up on street corner or if that is the Sasquatch. It could be either one of them. Black and white, barely imaging, pixels everywhere, just moving. You can see right here. I can't see that. Can't see that at all. Even when I watch old episodes of Law and Order, and then they play the footage, that's how you know it was bad. I'm watching on TV them pretend to be lawyers on TV, and they're still like, as you can see right here, and even sitting at home, I'm like, there's no way anybody can see anything. Like, is this where I'm supposed to suspend my disbelief and be like, it's a TV show, I can see it? Like, go back, go back to a simpler time, right? Go back to a time where if you wanted there to be footage of something, you had to go out of your way, truly out of your way. You accidentally make footage now. People don't realize that, but like even some of the things that get people caught when they do a crime weren't even them being stupid. But some people are very dumb. Some people are incredibly dumb, and they're like, "Look at me doing a crime." That happens, and that's happening a lot. We got to get the youngins to stop doing the crime in front of their phone and then posting it. Doing the crime at all is bad. We should start there. But also, doing the crime and recording it is insane. Doing the crime, recording it, and posting it yourself, we have got to. The snitch is in the house. Like the snitch is you. The snitch is in the mirror. There's no one got to tell on you anymore. You post it. Look at me doing the crime. At what time is it? Let me take a screenshot of myself. All this days. Let me take a screenshot of myself.
You Gabriel?
Yeah.
Today's most viral TikToks so that everybody didn't know for certain that it was me and I did that I'm proud of it. And then when I show up in court, I'll be like, ooh, oh, truly, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the 90s when you could just go for a walk, having killed somebody, and then like I don't even like truly I don't know how up until recently, up until like the true sort of overwatching surveillance police state that we don't really sit aware that we live in. Like until then, I'm blown away that a cop ever solved a crime. That's true detective work. If you go back to the 90s and you're like, he's there's footprints. These footprints. Let's check the footprints against the shoes that have been made in the last 10 years. Like all that stuff is like real detective work. And when they caught someone, I think I would have been like, wow, this is crazy. Police now, they're just like, that looks like him in the video he made. I'm just saying, he said his whole name, so it might be him. You know, like him and this dude, they had beef, so then he beat him up on camera, record himself beating him up because he thought it would look cool, and then held up his own driver's license and then posted it to Instagram. It just seems like an open and shut case. Police work back in the day seemed like real work, I guess. Like that's how'd you catch anybody? They weren't here for it. Then you got to track down the people. Then you got to get interviews out of the people. The people don't want to cooperate because they're more scared of this person than they are of you. And then you got to connect dots. You got to wait for DNA stuff. The DNA testing wasn't even like that good up until recently. There was like bad DNA testing. The early stuff, they were onto something, but it was bad. They'd send it off, and the test results would come back. It is blood. You haven't helped me at all. Whose blood is it? Somebody red, I think. Like it's got to be somebody red. I just because the whole thing was red. So, and now you can enhance images even if you got a grainy image. You can zoom in and enhance it. And you can't necessarily enhance and upscale it the way that they did on TV, but a lot of science follows a lot of like entertainment. Like they're like it's funny how that does keep happening where there will be an idea, you'll see it on TV. It doesn't really exist that way, but then it almost becomes the design for the thing that will exist one day because it fits into the imagination so well. They're like, oh yeah, why don't we just have facial recognition that cross references all the other faces we have in the database, and then you just run it and it goes face, 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 face. That's him. That's him. Wouldn't that be better? You know? But instead, you're talking about the 90s. You're talking about a time where you could just go for a nice long stroll, not be on camera anywhere potentially, depending on where you were. You know, you could make a call, you could make a phone call, and there would be a record with the cell phone company of who you called and when you called them. That type of thing was there. That level of like surveillance was in place, but they wouldn't necessarily know the whole content of the call. You know, not like now where people basically do phone calls for the world. You know, you see these voice memos that people leave, and I'm like, that's the most. You might as well have just told me and the company what you had to say. People will leave a voice memo, and some of them are very sweet. I always love getting a voice memo. I'm just saying, they've already got on your phone. We'll summarize everything. We'll summarize it for you. Actually, I learned to read a long time ago, so I don't need you to summarize anything for me. You'll see a text message. Text message will be from your mom, and it'll say, "Mom expresses feelings of concern." But then you look at the company and you're like, why y'all read my text message? Like, we're not reading it. No, we're not reading it. We're not reading it at all. I'm like, that was a pretty good guess, though. When I opened the phone, it was my mom being like, I'm concerned about you. Just let me see my message. It's crazy. They don't do that anymore. You used to get a text message and then you would see like a little preview of it and you could just read the preview. And based off the first half of the sentence, you could decide if it was something you were willing to reply to right now. You know? Because you can't just open it right away. It'll say read. But if you get a text message from someone and the first few sentences might pop up on your phone and it's like, where do you get off? You're like, all right, I'm gonna have to address that later. But now you get the text message and it's like, a full summary of what you were definitely about to read anyway. That's weird. It's like how does anybody get away with anything now? Especially now that crime is dumber. How does anybody get away? It takes you back to those times in like the '90s. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe you are just driving your car, and you truly you're truly like free in a way. There's nobody really looking for every little move that you make. And in the case of Diddy, somebody should have been. Somebody should have been watching, checking the entire time. You know, you see in this documentary the relationship between Biggie and Tupac, the relationship between East Coast and West Coast, and how so much of the actual troubles were like orchestrated. They were stoked by Diddy. Like Biggie liked Tupac. They were
What?
cool.
All
And
right.
then Diddy was jealous of Pac. Diddy was jealous of Pac because Pac was everything he
What?
wanted to be. You know? He was charismatic.
The
He was
man?
truly like
Yeah.
a poet would make you understand where he was coming from. You did not have any sort of similar life experiences to him at all.
Jesus Christ.
And they brought you
Is
in,
that
no
like a
matter where,
Rugrats character? We skitter.
Those are all
where
the places we
he could
got hooked
build
up. Remember,
and
we're gonna have to find out
he
what's
could bring
going
together
on.
real community, right? And so for that, he was loved. He was
I didn't
instantly
kick him off the bat.
accepted.
You did take off of
No, I
that.
And if
didn't.
you're someone like Diddy, you see that and you're immediately jealous
Those
of it. It's
aren't on the
everything you
map.
want.
This is a
He's
little
young
bad.
in a way that comes from his
Yeah,
effortless
exactly.
everything that Diddy wanted to be, and Diddy knows, or
Huh,
you know,
Jesus
Tupac.
Christ. Alright, I'm back.
Yo.
Like Diddy, I know Diddy want to rap. Oh, Diddy want to rap so bad.
See, I feel like plenty of people did see what Diddy was doing, but the problem was they didn't just have a camera on them all the time.
You can tell.
Are
Diddy
you gonna say like Diddy stopped doing that?
I'm
They
just,
see him like drugging and murdering 3 men in a room. It's like, you know, Diddy, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Tropic Thunder, like
Diddy, no diddying.
And Diddy, you should leave Justin Bieber alone.
Diddy was over here in the documentary.
I'll tell on you.
Like he was trying to land a plane.
Especially if like people like LeBron
I'm just saying, go back to that time, right?
probably
back
didn't
to
have
the
a
time.
phone on him.
I just
Like goes to the police station, he's like, "You're telling me Diddy, the little man, he assaulted you."
Only a phone. You could make a call and play Snake. Maybe Centipede if you were fancy, but like that's all it was. It had that stick that came out of the antenna that shot out of it that for some reason wasn't out all the time. Why would you not pull it out all the time? If you want to have a good call, why do you need to pull it out? Shouldn't it just come out every single time? And then you would drop it. You dropped your phone and it was not a big deal. Look at people that drop their phone now. This is how you can tell we're all addicted to our phone. Watching someone drop their phone is like watching somebody drop crack down a drain. They're like, oh! They had never before seen footage of the moments leading up to both Biggie and Pac's death. Never before seen, and not never before seen as in these are the tapes we've been looking for the whole time. We didn't even know these angles exist. That's crazy. And that's very hard to do. Like you see tragedies happen now, and because of social and because of search, people can pull for all the different angles, all the different sides to anything that has happened since everyone started carrying a cell phone, right? But this thing is crazy. You see them walking. You see Tupac walking all the way up until a fight that he got in, and then later you see through footage things that people have not seen before, leading up to his death. Same thing with Biggie. There was this moment in the documentary where there's somebody sitting in their own car, right, with a camcorder, which is weird. I know we're going in the Wayback Machine, but even in the '90s, nobody sat in their car with a camcorder. That's a new thing. Recording yourself in your car is a new thing. It's a relatively new thing to humanity. We weren't doing this before may, maybe TikTok. Like we weren't doing it that much, and now people record themselves in their car so much. Why did we start crying in the car? We look. I know it's already like a social phenomenon and everything, but we will need to stop. Like that's quite people recording themselves crying in the car because the first video I saw somebody crying in the car, I don't remember what they were crying about. They were talking about something, and it was something big, it was something happening in the world. But they were like, and I saw them in the car. And they were talking, they were like, it's just this is so unfair, this life, it just comes at you, this is horrible, what are you supposed to do? And I remember sitting there like, okay, all right, they're making some valid points. I understand why they're upset. But who recording them right now? This is terrible. When somebody record them and then put it online, and then because it was just I was scrolling when I saw it. So then when I clicked on the profile, I saw it was their profile. I was like, oh, somebody done hacked them and posted a video of them crying. That's terrible. This is a true demon that got a hold of their footage and then posted to their page of them crying. That's so embarrassing. Oh, oh, I hope they find justice, right? I was so interested, genuinely. I was so perplexed at what was happening because then the other people commenting weren't addressing the fact that this person crying is their pro. Like, no, I seem to be the only one confused about what was happening. Everybody else in the comments was like, "Keep your head up," I'm like, "Oh." And so, look, I was curious about how this was going to develop because I've been you know witness to many of my friends that have been like hacked, especially when Facebook was like young, and then somebody would get on your Facebook, they type out a bunch of things on your timeline, just like dumb stuff, and then you would get them blocked
Perfect.
out, everything. So I've seen this before, but I don't know. I was so invested in how this person was gonna come back from this
Okay, and
that
you're
I
listening
did.
to this on YouTube, right?
I hit follow
Yeah.
because I'm
Okay, cool.
expecting somebody, broke into my account and posted me at my weakest moment. Thank y'all for the support, but that's why I follow. And then a couple days later, I saw another video. I saw the handle. I saw a profile picture, so I saw that it was them again. And I'm sitting here scrolling up, and they're in their car again. And then I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is where they're gonna say like, "Hey, somebody broke into my account. Thank y'all for the well wishes and everything, but I'm good. Just don't. I don't want y'all to see me in that light. That was a very weak point for me." And so when I scrolled up, I'm fully expecting them to say the thing I just said. But then they start talking. They were like, yeah, I just wanted to reach out to everybody. Thank y'all so much. The comments you left and the messages I got really touched me and everything. And just, I was like, no. No. And then I put it together. I was like, wait, they were recording themselves crying in their car. That's the most private time to cry. We need to go back just for the sake, once again, of our mental health as a nation. We got to go back to just having a crash out parked in the car and let that be history. Like that, you are not your best when you cry in your car. I would throw it out there that maybe you don't want people hearing what you have to say when you're to the point where you break it down parked in your car somewhere.
No.
Not broadcast this. This is bad. This is very bad because it's not. I've never seen a cry in my car video and been like, "Oh yeah, that'll change things." I'm just saying, like, if you in the car, right? If you in the car and you are upset, it's understandable. This life is hard, and sometimes people feel like they got to walk it all by themselves. They don't know the support they have. They don't know the people that they have in their life. And in those moments, there's an opportunity. You could use that time to reach out to someone and tell them that you need help. You can reach out to someone, and even if I'll even pitch this, if you're very bad at asking for help, right? Try to help someone else, because the same bond that leads you to help someone else will then have them looking out for you whenever things are down for you, right? You have this thing in your phone. You have this thing. It's incredibly powerful, right? It tells everybody where you are, government, friends, everybody know where you are. Everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows. People you don't know where you are. People you've never met know where you are. Right now, they know you're here. Like, people know where you are because it's in your phone. But you also know where other people are. You can reach out to people. You need help. This could be a way that you get the help that you need. It could be. Or you could buy one of those little dashboard stands. It's got that little knuckle on it that you put the thing on from the back of your phone, and you. Or you could do that. You could do that. That's an option. It's possible you could give that a shot as well. Because I do think, here's the thing I'll throw out there. I do think that crying in the phone, like crying in the car on the phone, I think that genuinely came from a fundamental epidemic of loneliness. Do you know what I mean? Like that thing is not something that's born out of having a wealth of people to talk to. You know, it comes from being in a place where, sure, everyone will like shirk it off. They're just looking for attention, whatever. But I think it goes deeper than that. And I think it's people like literally, genuinely crying out for someone to hear what they have to say, for someone to have their back, for someone to get them, right? And so they reach out to the whole of the internet. And then what they get back in return, sometimes it's a bunch of hate, sometimes it's a bunch of love, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just keep your head up, whatever. But I don't think it's a substitute for like genuine human connection, like having that person to sit in your car with you, to look at and go like that, like that's much better. That's just between the two of you, and instead of becoming your worst moment online, it becomes like an intimate moment you have with a friend who has your back, who you can cry to, right? I said all that to say somebody in the '90s was sitting in their car with a camcorder, like a like a camcorder, like a. Do you remember what this was? It was this metal with lenses in it and buttons. Way too many buttons. They had more buttons than what the camcorder could do. The camcorder is over here promising all that good stuff, and then you hit the button and it look exactly the same. It doesn't. Nothing's changed at all. Sitting there with a camcorder. Because the camcorder had that strap. It had that strap right on the back, so that way, you know, you could do some real journalism, some true video journalism. You know what I mean? Some people had the camera and they had to hold the big thing and they got to put their eye into the little pocket. Not with a camcorder. Camcorder even had a little screen popped out. And so you just had it ready. Bow! I see everything.
Oh, this reminded me. I gotta pull out my dad's camera one of these days. Gotta do that.
Your dad's camera? Why would you
Yeah.
want to take a, well, I mean, I know why you want to take out your dad's camera.
That had never been aired before. Where someone
Is it, are his pictures still loaded into it?
I don't know.
You gotta show me if so. Or not, you know, you could just have a moment to yourself.
Yeah.
They just got shot. They just got somebody called somebody, and then you hear like someone else, someone who's like in the car calling 911.
You think your dad would have liked me?
First of all,
No, you're black.
Alright, you know, I'm not surprised in the slightest. By the way, I saved a little Christmas money if you want me to get you Ark.
Ark? I mean, you really want to play Ark, man.
I do. Hey Tuske, what's poppin'? I love Ark so much, Payne. That and you deserve to experience Ark without being chained to me like a dog. With the tether distance. I think the tether distance is the worst solve for servers ever created.
Misery. I forgot about Misery. Misery's a game.
Break the chains, man. Exactly.
So for the supporter edition is 1 cent less than the regular edition
And what?
for Misery. It's $9.98, which is
Shit, what a steal. Phasmophobia? Yeah, I've heard of Phasmophobia.
See, I feel really bad because the whole thing with the supporter pack is it doesn't really give you that much but a hat. It's just there to support the creator. And I could literally just take a cent from them.
Wait, so the
also-
supporter pack costs less?
No, there's a bundle with the supporter pack that cost 1 cent less than the regular game.
Shit.
We do gotta get back to Valheim. That was a fun game.
Yeah, agreed.
Man. Like Fallout 3 is a game.
It is indeed a game.
I really like Fallout 3. It feels like one of those games that, like, if it was made today, like actually created today, it would be way better. It's definitely a game that strived I haven't beat it yet. I don't know why I'm talking like I have. Yeah, it's a really good game. I like it. Could be better though. I'm very interested in what New Vegas is going to be like. I've heard it's arguably the best.
New Vegas?
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas.
Sounds dope.
I've heard like the whole thing is like it has like way better dialogue.
There's a chance.
That's what I
And
heard too. Storyline and everything. Yeah, Phasmophobia is great.
Like
Well, I've seen.
I played Phasmophobia in VR, and I just kind of like, yeah. When I learned that, when I like realized that I was probably gonna die, I just kind of like crouched down.
Crouched down.
Crouched down, my fucking crouched down, my hands over my head.
And so maybe you don't want to broadcast it because now you don't want to go to the police in a thing where they seem to have no leads and be like, oh, I have some extra information for you. Maybe. I don't know.
Do I play it often? No, I've only I don't own the game myself. I just know it's a good game from the what I've seen him played. I've never like played it on my PC.
It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass actually.
Yeah, all the Fallout games are.
Like that wasn't
I'm gonna play Fallout 3 after New Vegas.
I
Or Fallout 4.
thought you were talking about Phasmophobia.
Oh, Phasmophobia. I played Phasmophobia. I peed myself. I didn't actually. For legal reference.
For legal reference. I'm gonna sue your ass for saying you pissed yourself. Your Honor, he's a bitch. Let me sue him.
Your Honor. Come on, man. Come on.
Time travel back in time, step the car, and point the camcorder in the direction. Oh, that Biggie? Oh no! Someone shot Biggie! I'm gonna go back to the future. And there's so many. It's a documentary so full of detail. You almost have to rewatch it because then there are things that go over your head the first time. We don't even realize how evil the thing that Diddy was because so much information is flying at you. It's like information. Here's a tidbit. Here's an interview, firsthand account. Somebody was there. Baby oil. Here's another tidbit. Here's a first-hand account. Here's what someone had to say. Here's something that we didn't even know Diddy did. Baby oil. There's so many instances of them cutting to baby oil that sometimes some of the evil gets a little lost. You know, the idea that this man might have had so much to do with Biggie's death and then went on a campaign like he was Biggie's best friend in the entire world. It's not just insane that people let him get away with it. What's even worse is that he threw this memorable event, right? All throughout Bed-Stuy, Biggie's funeral, right? And then no one knew, I didn't know until I saw a documentary, that he made Biggie's estate pay for that funeral.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
Your Honor, you weren't even there. How could he know it happened? What do you mean? How do you know I wasn't at Biggie's funeral?
Isn't just how bad Diddy was.
Luca shot Biggie.
Alright.
He pulled the trigger. They killed Tupac too. Both of them.
I had a comically large confetti cannon. It killed both of them in one shot.
You know, violence. I think it's fearful. I think the warning. I think it's fearful. I keep you alive. You know, there's just so many people that have ended up dead. That's kind of like through the documentary, sort of laid at Diddy's feet. Like
The confetti was torn up brochures of the Big Ben tour guide. No American black rapper could survive the might of a British tour guide.
Indian, American Indian rappers, though. They got that shit in the bag.
No, the piss thing. You read chat so late. All right, my bad.
just happened, and then everyone acting like it was normal. And everybody
Now
was
let's try to like just make this rock a little bit more natural. I hate how that rock looks.
somebody, he was abusing somebody, he was stealing from somebody. All these things were like incredibly normal, and it's genuinely terrifying that something like that was able to become normal for a person. But it's able to become normal because there are in instances. Is a hard judgment to pass, but there are certain instances where you see a shade of someone who is big and bad and powerful and using all that power for evil, and you see a shade of that in even some of the people around them, that they might be mistreated. There were plenty of people that were like cool with all this mistreatment until it came around to them. Or they were cool with everything that Diddy was doing, as bad as it was. They could look the other way, they just wouldn't acknowledge it, but then they got fired. You know? And there is no Diddy without a bunch of little Diddies running around wanting to be like him, wanting to emulate that sort
Diddles
of thing,
is
wanting
what they call them.
that they had choice what to do. Because one of the things that people with power like to do is they love to rob you of your choices.
Oh, man.
You know? There's
Diddles.
always a choice to a degree. It may not be a choice that you like, but they love to rob
Oompa Loompas.
you have over your choices. You can make very hard choices. Someone could walk up to you and say, "Give me all your money, or I'm going to kill you." And you could say, "Kill me." You could. It is a choice. Some people would say that's no choice. It is. It is a choice. They said, "Give me all your money," or implies a different outcome, right? Do this or this. That's your choice. It's not a good choice. Don't get me wrong. It's not something that I envy. It's not even something that I'm saying it's easy to walk away from. It's easy. It's scary. It's scary when someone with power wants something from you or they want to take something from you and you don't know how you're going to survive, right? But they don't get away with this thing. It takes time to become the person that Diddy was. It takes decades. It took him decades. It took everyone looking the other way for little things and big things for so long that finally he does seem like this unstoppable, unbeatable force. He does beat people down in court. He does beat people down in person, right? But these people can't get to where they are without us.
You think Diddy squared up with LeBron?
Way without us.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. LeBron probably lost his virginity to Diddy.
That is ridiculous for you to say.
This kid,
You know what LeBron says? Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
he had an idea in his head of what a man was and what a powerful man was. He wanted to be those things at any cost. And so he took it upon himself to start himself down that road. Fast forward 20, 25 years later, this is the type of person who thinks he can beat people in front of cameras.
Diddlers, yeah.
And what does it take to take
Dill
down
pickles.
because they seem so powerful. They have so much money. Diddy valued at billions, right? What can you do to a billionaire? How do you take a person like that down? One piece at a time. All of us. It takes all of us not looking away. It takes all of us doing something. Well, because people have said in the documentary, people have said in interviews that when Diddy is like in his element, he's untouchable. You would think he was a god, but when you're alone in the room with him, you see, not only is this just a man, this is like still that like kind of scared kid, kind of insecure kid, right? That in no way condones anything that he's ever done. That in no way is like an excuse. I'm just saying that's like the truth. The armor is a facade, you know? One of the craziest things
A
that has
facade
happened.
of hundreds of millions of dollars and an unbelievable amount of cronies that'll do unimaginable shit to you.
And called him a snitch for making the documentary, which is
A snitch. That's a one way to say it's true.
talking to you at all. That's not a smart career or business move. You saw someone who still hates you produce a documentary for Netflix about someone else they hated that is 4 episodes long. You saw that and you thought to yourself, I'll get involved. Are you out of your mind? I was blown away. Called him a snitch and everything. Ja Rule, by the way, I looked up Ja Rule just to see what was up. Just, you know, I wonder what Ja Rule had been up to because it wasn't rapping, right? And most recently, the last time Ja Rule made headlines was because he got punched at a Brandy and Monica concert.
It's amazing.
On their The Boy Is Mine tour.
The boy is mine.
Why do you get punched says a lot about where you are in life? Do you know what I mean? If you're a rapper and you get into a fight at a rap concert, that seems par for the course. If you are a rapper and you get punched backstage at an R&B concert, you must have had it coming. These people are singing melodies. I'm not a fighter, but one of the worst things to do is to get beat up to soft music. Imagine now. Imagine I went to a gospel concert and got slapped. Like, well, she must have had it coming because
Crazy.
worship is Christ. You got punched. And then he posted a video of himself, you know, smiling at the camera, showing he didn't have like a mark on him or anything, which would be badass, except you got punched in the back of the head. Like your face would be fine. If you on your face for being punched in the back of your head. I'm very
W
sorry.
Art, thank you, appreciate it. I'm getting the design down for the greats.
If you get hit in the back of the head and it affects
I'm
the
kind of
front,
figuring out the curves that are involved. The
imagine
curves
that
in the
you get
armor.
the Brandy's music. I've talked about it before. You know, I've had fights. You know, I'm not acting like I've won all of them or anything. But imagine if I got whooped to Taylor Swift. You would never respect me. Even when I hear that "You Belong with Me, son," I flinch. Like that would change your whole life. Getting beat up to Taylor Swift. Or like Maggie Rogers, like you get beat up to some indie music, would destroy your reputation. I don't even know why would John say anything. The last notable thing you did was Fire Festival. Like you didn't go to jail, but Billy did. But you were smart. You were in all the pictures with him. That's crazy. The only thing scarier than the documentary is that Diddy's gonna get out. I'm terrified. I've been talking reckless. I really thought he was gonna go down. I was positive. I was dude did everything. And somehow this
Man, we're just giving the chat free comedy is all. This probably isn't legal.
Probably not.
above jail.
There's 2 minutes left. Throw caution to the wind.
The jury was like,
Yeah, my channel's gonna get fucking terminated.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine. I think we just gotta like make sure we're talking and stuff.
what? What?
Informative information. Informative. I'm transforming the content.
This comedy is very important to the Greatbladers design process.
Diddy.
Diddy was a massive inspiration for the anatomy of the Greatblade. It's biology.
Oh, okay.
It's horrible. All the things that he did to people. There's never any excuse for it. No matter what your childhood was, no matter how much you're lacking in love, no matter
You
what
love the
trauma,
comedy. Glad you enjoy it. We'll see how long you can get away with it.
because
Yeah.
I believe in like
The guy is Josh Johnson, by the way.
Nice.
But I also truly believe in balance. I believe in balance, and I don't think that like
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
any man, like truly a saint. All of us have our issues. All of us have our problems, and we have our things that keep.
That's not. I'm a perfect human being, even against the bad ones.
Person on a pedestal or make them some sort of
Shut up.
insane because I don't know what their thoughts are. I don't actually know their heart. I don't know if the good that they do is to be seen doing good or if it's to actually put more good in the world. I can't tell you. I have no idea. But because I grew up in a religious home with a grandma that really believed in Jesus, you know, I've seen that picture of Saint Michael stepping on Satan's neck. And I don't know. It just kind of feels like that's what 50 Cent is doing. To Diddy, you know what I mean? Like, got the sword and
Yeah.
everything.
All right, that's it.
That was beautiful.
Truly.
And with that, I'm finishing my last sketch of the greats. It's so far the design progress has been insane. Like actually straight insanity.
Oh shit. Welcome to Derry. Apparently, is that
That's last
full yet?
episode. Yeah, I think it's on its last episode.
All I know is that some dudes called Pennywise Diddy. Why? Everything's Diddy, man. It's all Diddy. Diddy this, Diddy that. Did he get a job?
Man, Pennywise wouldn't survive a day in 2025, bro.
He'd do perfectly fine.
This isn't the fucking Soviet era anymore.
Think about it, Luca. All he has to do is like just go up to a white woman and give her like a nightmare where she's just like a little bit fat. She'll fucking kill herself. And like it's crazy.
Yeah, probably. You like sneak into the room. He's gonna see the cornucopia of smut novels. He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry and crawl back into his sword, right?
I don't know what you.
Be crying in his swords, yeah.
This is a.
She didn't want to the werewolf.
Alright, dog.
He's gonna like turn around and see like a shelf specifically for him.
What do you mean clown porn? What
You-
are they doing?
It's like a 3-novel series. You'll choke too.
You'll come to. I could just imagine, like,
Pennywise is gonna have to move to Atlanta and join the local gangs if he really wants any fear. Fear
bro,
factor.
he would. He would definitely.
Pennywise joins the Crips.
Bro, do you think he'd like dye his hair blue too?
Yeah. He just moved to like Central America and dye his hair blue, change his gender. Really scared the conservatives.
He just goes down to like Alabama or something and shows them like a science textbook.
Sees Kirk on the news like jackpot.
Like I could just imagine, like in the Pennywise universe, instead of like AI doing all the Kirkification, it's just him.
Yeah, he's just posting on r/politics. r/politics.
Man. This is a pretty unrelated thing. Do you want to know like a kind of weird, not weird, just sad fact?
What is it, Peyton?
This is going to ruin your mood. You know why men die more from suicides?
Because they have more guns. They own more guns.
They're just better at doing it. Like women should attempt suicide more, but men just like do it properly
Yeah.
more. They just get it done, which is it's crazy, man.
It's fucking horrible.
I don't think I could ever get in a situation where like I could like fail to kill myself. You know?
I think it's
I don't know, maybe
I
just
think it's
like-
one of those things too. Where I feel like men are less likely to change their mind once they're on the edge. I don't think they believe or have the same systems in general. Like, if once a guy wants to kill himself and he's in the room, I don't think he's gonna want to like. He's not just gonna walk away from that as easily. I don't think so.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and then rudely interrupted me. But yeah, no, maybe this is what I was gonna say. Maybe it's just because like I've been around like guns my entire life, but I just don't get how you could like not do it. It's pretty. It's just like it's such a simple idea to me. You use the kill thing machine to kill things, but like some people don't have guns. Some people just like try to overdose and fail, which has to suck, you know.
Yeah.
Someone said this, and it was
it
like,
is surprisingly common. I know a few people who have actually like done that with trying to overdose, and then they like during like mid overdose, they'd realize what they're doing, and then like turns into a whole clock thing. It is mortifying.
yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember actually seeing something like it was a thing like from a drug dealer, and he was like, you know, I don't know how like good this is to put out to society, but like when I was addicted to drugs, if if there was one way I wanted to die, and that was overdosing on drugs. And people don't understand. People do understand. I feel like when I say people don't understand, I'm specifically talking about like all white people. But like if you're doing drugs, you love those drugs. You want to eat them up. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. And, dying from them, you know, it's not even dying from them from that perspective. It's dying while they're in your system. And, like, that's obviously appealing.
Yeah, the actual process of dying from an overdose is a horrific one.
Well, it depends on what you're overdosing on.
Man, I'd imagine the psychological effect that has before death on most drugs is so much worse than what one can actually imagine looking inward. Oh no, sorry, outward.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah. Like when you die or when you're about to die, your brain just like fucking explodes. Like it's just like trying to figure out like what the fuck's happening. It's everything's coming out, and then when it's like, all right, we're jumping ship, we're gone. It just releases a bunch of dopamine, just a fuck ton of dopamine. That way, the last thing that we know that you feel is just joy. That's crazy, man.
See you, man. All right, see you, Tuska. I'll see you, dude. I got to go anyways.
Yeah. I'm tired. I gotta brush my teeth. I gotta do that stuff. Why am I sitting here doing nothing when I could be brushing my teeth and eating Garrett garbage? Man, I'm not gonna lie. Today I saw a video of like some fucking moron on the internet, like just getting punched. We just gotta start hitting people. We gotta start getting more violent,
Jesus
but like not
Christ,
to.
man. This is getting ridiculous.
No, we do, Luca. We gotta start dragging people out of their homes again.
It's a madness.
I'm talking about like against like the principalities and power. But yeah, no, we gotta start dealing with these people, and like the only way they know how to be dealt with. They only know one language, so speak to them in it. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Good night. I need to record these findings right before I go. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Skadoosh.